Our mission in early childhood is to support the whole child, and it's for this reason that Early Childhood Services works so closely with a variety of public and private programs in the county to make sure that our children have the skills needed to be successful in school. We have set up a system for parents, providers, and others who have an interest in supporting children's development. We provide resources and information for parents, providers, and as I said, advocates as well. For example, the Montgomery County Child Care Resource and Referral Center provides program development and resource development as well as professional development for child care providers. We also have the Montgomery County Infants and Toddler Program, who screens and identifies special needs in young children and offers therapy in their natural settings. In addition, anyone in the county can call ChildLink, which is a warm line. It's 240-777-GROW. This warm line is where people can call who have questions related to child care issues, and counselors are available, bilingual counselors are available to meet with them. As you can see, there really is no wrong door for information. We've learned that we have to collaborate so that we can be successful to help children. There are nearly 80,000 children in the county under the age of 6 at this time, and almost 18,000 of those children live in families with low income. This past fall, nearly a third of our children entered kindergarten, and they were English language learners. We've been able to maximize our impact with close partnerships with other HHS service areas such as income support, mental health, and disabilities. We've also had strong partnerships with community partners such as Montgomery County Public Schools, child care providers, and nonprofit community-based organizations. Lucky for us, we have a very dedicated and committed staff who love what they do and are committed. They know the importance of helping these thousands of young children and their families in our county.
Linkages to Learning, as Maria was saying, it's a family-focused program. And what we're seeing today is some of the child-focused activities that happen, especially during the spring breaks and summertime, where we have in a lot of school communities, families and students that have no other options, have nothing else to do. So that's part of our youth development piece. But most of the children that you're seeing in the footage are part of families that are working with linkages in a lot of other ways. Parents are either, and Maria, jump in with anything here, sure, are either improving their English skills, are working on employment skills, are working on accessing resources to become more economically self-sufficient, and a number of children are also participating with their parents in counseling around some things that are happening in their families and trying to become emotionally healthier as well.
This is the first time that we're doing the camp, and honestly, all I have seen is a lot of excitement. Kids are really happy to be here, and so are moms. Because they're like, you know what, last year we didn't have an activity, they were sitting home watching TV, so they were very happy to have the activity, and kids loved it. So we haven't had any complaint from the coach or anybody.
So what we've been doing this week is we've been just taking some of the Parkland kids, and they had some homework that they finished the first couple of days, but after that we've been trying to just teach them some basic rules, whether it's in English, math, anything that we can do to just try to encourage them to be a part of and to get beyond what they have been doing, and to learn some basic rules that will help them not only for the stuff that they're doing currently, but also for the MSAs and all the other tests that they're going to take all the way up until they do the SATs to college. That's been our big thing that we've really been trying to push for and just get them set for that.
We work with at-risk and gang-involved youth here in the county. We try to reach out to them, in the community, in schools. We get a lot of referrals from probation officers, police officers, and other nonprofit agencies. We try to get the youth connected to different services, either counseling, therapy, sports activities, like get them into recreation. Also, we have our own different activities as a street outreach network. Some of the topics we talk about in this group.
We talk about grades.
And we also get advice from Tanya and Alex on gangs and how to stay away from them, how to avoid being in them.
I have a boxing program at the Germantown Community Center every Tuesday for 12 weeks from 4 to 6 o'clock. There I teach high-risk or gang-involved youth in the Germantown community respect, discipline, how to make the right choices when they're frustrated through boxing.
One of our main functions is we go into the schools, and we go into the communities, and sometimes when we have promotions and gang fights and everything, we do a lot of mediation, especially in the school system. One of the main success stories that we have that we're able to go into these communities and kind of pull these kids out and get them to work their differences out and get them to actually come to an agreement. They don't have to be friends, but at least they can work and walk in the same areas without having any conflict.
Child Welfare Services works with different cultural and socioeconomic backgrounds, families with different cultural and socioeconomic backgrounds in all of Montgomery County. Oftentimes the families are coming into Child Welfare Services because they may have issues with substance abuse, mental health, or domestic violence, which are all safety concerns with children in the home. What we've seen recently, there's been an increase of families dealing with issues of job loss and homelessness. So we work with different agencies such as police officers, mental health professionals, doctors, school personnel to ensure that the safety and the needs of the family and the child are met.
We have one team that's dedicated especially for sexual abuse. The other 4 teams handle neglect and physical abuse. And when a social worker like me gets the case, we go out and it's our job to assess the safety of the children in the home. And once we make that assessment, if we do think that the child is safe or there's a way to maintain the child in the home, which is our first priority, is to keep the children with their families. We can make appropriate referrals to community services, to programs within the agency, so that the child can remain in the home but also remain safe.
And in less than 10% of child welfare cases, children are removed from their homes due to immediate safety and risk to the children. In cases where children are removed from the home, the court is involved, and we look for the least restrictive environment for a child when they're removed from their home. Some of the children that we deal with in child welfare have serious mental health issues, and in situations like that, they need to be placed in an environment that has more intensive treatment and supervision.
We work for a family preservation program called Families Now, and that is a program through child welfare. Hi, honey. You all right? Yes. Okay. So families are referred through an intake at child welfare, and what it is, it's intensive family preservation services. So our goal is to keep children in their homes with their families and to provide services to their families for that to happen. We're considered intensive because we try to see families every week, and we're time limited. We're home-based. We come to their homes, we help with transportation, we help with parenting, other resources in the community, whatever a family might need. So it's hard to say exactly what our services are because we really tailor it to a family.
We do all programs and screen for emergency services, which takes care of if someone needs assistance with their rent, utilities, move-in, move-out expenses, storage, whatever the case is. Emergency services normally does what income support does not. Income support does food stamps, cash assistance, medical assistance, and temporary cash assistance for disabled people.
We're a triage unit in a sense like the hospital is. So we get about 30 to 40 walk-ins per day, and the staff interviews people, they triage, problem solve. Also we have the community connectors. We're a safety net site, but now they're called the Neighborhood Opportunities Network, and they kind of do what the community aides do here at CAS, but they deal mostly with information and referral for people who are going through emergencies and crisis. A lot of the utilities and disconnects, that's just a piece of it. Then they also work with the Mary Center, and they do the health part of it. And the biggest one is through Impact Silver Spring, and Impact has neighborhood opportunities for the neighbors to get together and form programs and unite the community, and so all three of us as a team work out.
A group of Montgomery County youth recorded what the Department of Health and Human Services has to offer. These students are part of the organization called Street Outreach Network. The short film shows what the Department of Health and Human Services provide for families and youth that will guide them to better opportunities.
What's your name?
Strong on our collaborations with Pro.
That people
We can cut it. We can cut it.
Other,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, so my name's Keisha, this is Tasia, and that's Chris, that's Sophie back there. All right, we out.